Mr. Vice President Eric Ate, the Honorable Speaker of the House of Assembly, Dr. Winnie Lobati, the Honorable Chairperson of the Ethics Committee, Ms. Dorothy Ngwa, the Chairman of our Judicial Council, Barrister Mbesa, members of government, county and LGA executives from all the 13 counties, civil society leaders, distinguished supporters and sympathizers at home and abroad, valiant Ambazonian state and forces, distinguished financial warriors, and fellow Ambazonians. It is with profound gratitude and a deep sense of purpose that I come before you today to launch our annual county draft exercise for 2024. We gather here not merely as pillar supporters, but as champions of justice for Ambazonia, defenders of human and people's rights, and the financial advocates of a generation bravely standing against annexation and what history will one day describe as the worst genocide in the 21st century Africa. Over the years, we have seen many come and go. Their love for country grew cold. They will no longer shoulder the crushing weight of fighting for those who cannot fight for themselves. They will no longer continue to give back to them. They will not die for others to live. So they committed for a little while, measured their sacrifices in teaspoons, stood their ground on moving sand, and unfortunately called off their commitment to our cause prematurely. You are not among those who took this coward's path of excuses, surrendered without being defeated, or became anti-revolutionary. Like the rock of Mount Sako, you stood tall with us, refused to collapse or change under pressure. Your unwavering support has made a significant difference in the acceleration of our fight for existence as a people. Your contributions have not only provided essential resources, but have also sent a powerful message of solidarity and hope to those on the front lines of this struggle, our Ambazonian state armed forces, that they have a government that is not far from its people. Fellow Ambazonians, now is a time to fund our struggle county by county and LGA by LGA. But those who spend time making enemies in the locker room can be hurt on the field. So my advice to all Ambazonians has always been to look and look away. It is to discover and recover. If the lesser divide us, how can we accomplish the weightier things together? There are some battles we must concede if we must win the war. Some of you took a swipe at me saying I tolerate nonsense. Yes, that's probably correct by a certain interpretation, but I do what I do because of moments like this. There's a time when talk and character matter little. There's also a time when it is money that matters more. There are casual friends you meet on the way. There are also restaurant friends you accompany for a meal. There are playmates you go with to the beach. And there are certain friends you call upon when there is a fight. Today we need all our friends, all of us, to come together, especially those who can write us checks. Just like our children on the home front, those defending the homeland are probably the bad ones who grew up in the neighborhood. But thank God, the teachers who used to beat them did not kill them. If they did, where would we be with the resistance today without them? Their value to us this day is less than their character. It's less about their character than it is about their resolve to defend our pride and honor as a nation. These bad ones are now the heroes of our struggle, not because of who they are, but for what they do. Parents should know the value of every child in the house and deal with them according to knowledge. I'm strong and able, but I have some character flaws. But if you cast me out because of my own character flaws, can you still count on my strength in times of need? I doubt it. That's my response to all of you here today. A revolution is a temporary state of insanity to bring about sanity. We should not expect order now, but in Boya there shall be order. Yet that is no license for truancy in the revolution. There is no order without external discipline. This is the dispensation of conscience. And those who refuse to be judged by their consciences, by their own consciences, cannot become our focus at this time, unless we choose to be distracted from the real struggle. Please let us deal with each other based on their attitude towards life public in Cameroon, not what we do or not what they do or say. because no one's character was vetted before joining this revolution. We are not yet in Good. When we get to Good, it will be all about character and competence. If we build this revolution now, in this phase, on character, as some of you want me to do, we will filter away what you and I consider the bad seeds and will remain with a holy nucleus. But I wonder if that will be enough to carry Ambazonia across the finish. My dear people, let me use this opportunity to thank all of you who drafted and paid your federal draft. For those who already finished redeeming their federal draft, your presidential letters of appreciation are now on my desk for signature as we speak. To our esteemed donors across the nation, your commitment has been nothing short of exemplary. You have answered the call of humanity, drafted funds, and stood united with the federal government's effort to recalibrate and boost our efforts in the home front. And I want to say thank you. Your sacrificial giving to this struggle transcends borders, politics, and personal interests, focusing instead on the fundamental principles of justice and our collective freedom. There will be a basket here today for those who came here prepared and ready to complete their federal draft and get their letters to fellow countrymen and women. 2 days ago, on the 4th of July, the United States of America, my adoptive country, celebrated her 248th independence anniversary. Let me use this opportunity to wish all my fellow Americans a belated Happy Independence Day. Every reason America is celebrating this day today is what we are fighting for. We are following the American example. We cannot be condemned for doing to colonial La République du Cameroon what America did to colonial Britain in 1776. And even if some condemn us today, we must strive to succeed because we shall also be celebrated one day. Like Nelson Mandela, it is better to be called evil for 27 years and be honored as an icon of democracy and freedom the day we die, than to be adorned with the jewelries of the slave master. That's why today we stand more resolute than ever to actualize our restored sovereignty. As I promised you in the beginning of this year, we have embarked on a revival journey in our revolutionary quest in 2 trajectories. Number 1, revived our footprint on the ground as the principal authority over the Southern Cameroon's resistance movement. And number 2, increased our diplomatic offensive by putting our issue on the ballot in the United States of America and the free world. Needless to say, we are matching words with action. We have secured the support of 4 of the most prominent bar associations in support of our cause from Britain, USA, and Africa. In the days ahead, a host of prominent civil rights organizations shall add their voices to our demand for a free Ambazonia. They all agree that America and the West have demonstrated double standard in the way they have responded to the conflict in Ukraine and Israel versus how they have responded to similar conflicts in Africa, the case of Southern Cameroon being a glaring example. Historically, this is the first time America is prosecuting, or so to speak, Americans who allegedly support a legitimate fight for self-determination anywhere around the world. America is not known for prosecuting those on their soil who fight against totalitarian governments or those who support legitimate efforts of self-determination in their countries of origin. We will continue to shine the light on these brazen contradictions and discrimination, just as ANC did, until our Western friends assume the right posture towards Ambazonia in a broader African geopolitical context. Dear warriors, you have mastered the schemes of these enemies within and without. You have mastered the art of guerrilla warfare and the perils of this war. You are punishing the enemy now with fewer casualties on our part. We believe in you. The spirit of our warrior ancestors is surely upon you all. We will continue to open direct lines of communications with those of you who are genuinely fighting La République du Cameroon and not your brothers. Remember, your county and LGA is your first line in your chain of command. but not the last. Any chain of command that does not link up direct to the commander-in-chief must be rejected. Anyone who does not recognize the restored government of Southern Cameroon but claims to work for a county or AGA is a wolf in sheep clothing. If you follow them, you will be sold and killed. Beware of those who come to you as the IG. We are no longer the IG because we did not restore an interim country. We restored a sovereign country. Brave sons and daughters of Ambazonia, heroes of our liberation, rest assured, the government of the Southern Cameroon recognizes you as the officers of our restored country, the Southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. Good people of the world, let me draw your attention to the plight of the most vulnerable amongst us, all the millions of Ambazonian refugees in Nigeria, Ghana, and Cyprus, and all those sailing through terrible oceans or walking through the perilous jungles trying to find a place of refuge in Europe, Asia, or North America, and all those undergoing asylum hearing in detention camps, those who have been arrested or at borders or suffering in foreign lands as stateless citizens, deported or facing deportation, molested, hungry and hopeless, our mothers and children in bushes, dying of hunger, diseases and malnutrition. We may not have what it takes to help you as a government at this point, but you all should keep hope alive. We are trying our best, appealing to friends and partners to secure some help for some of you this year. Pray that our distance to the finish line be shortened. Pray that your plight touches the soul of humanity and that we find the minimum help you need for survival at this time. Dear financial warriors, no county should be left behind. This evening, as we launch this fundraiser, we remember the courage of those we support and the critical role they play in this journey. Each donation, no matter the size, is a beacon of light in the darkness, a testament to our shared belief in a world where Ambazonians will have the right to live in peace and dignity. We are here because we believe that together we can make a difference. We are here because we understand that this fight for our liberation is a collective effort, one that requires us to stand shoulder to shoulder with those who risk everything for their freedom, anywhere in Ambazonia. We must not disappoint the next generation. Their continued support is vital. It empowers the resistant, provides relief to the suffering, and fortifies the hope that one day truth and justice shall prevail. Tonight, let us renew our commitment to this noble cause. Let us open our hearts and give generously, knowing that our contributions are the lifeline for many who now live in the trenches. Thank you for your unwavering dedication, your compassion, and your generosity. Together, we are stronger. Together, we will make a difference. Together, we will stand for freedom, truth, and justice. Viva the Ambazonia State Armed Forces. Viva the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Thank you.